What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into something wild: Europe's empty streets in 2025. Tourism has crashed like never before, turning iconic cities into ghost towns. I've traveled across the continent to show you the 10 countries hit hardest by this collapse. From Spain's beaches to Rome's ruins, the change is unreal. We'll visit places you've only seen packed, now deserted. Stick around to see which country tops the list. It'll shock you. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Let's get started. Number 10 is Spain, a country famous for its vibrant beaches, lively cities, and endless sunshine. But now the emptiness here is almost surreal, as if time itself has stopped. I'm standing on a deserted beach in Mallorca, normally packed with sunbathers and laughter, now just endless sand and a deep, echoing silence. In Barcelona, the famous Las Ramblas is eerily quiet. Street performers and bustling crowds have vanished, leaving only the sound of footsteps on empty pavement. Restaurant owners share stories of hardship, with business dropping from hundreds of meals a day to barely a handful, their tables sitting empty for days. Hotels are shuttered, souvenir shops are boarded up, and the iconic Sagrada Familia stands without its usual lines of eager visitors. Even Ibiza's legendary clubs, once pulsing with music and life, are now empty, pools drained, and dance floors gathering dust in the quiet. The energy that once defined Spain is on pause, and locals walk the empty plazas with worry etched on their faces. Spain once welcomed over 80 million tourists a year. Now its world-famous destinations feel abandoned and forgotten. Seeing these sun-drenched spots deserted is just the beginning of a much larger story. The economic impact is everywhere, from the empty beaches to the silent city streets, affecting businesses big and small. The haunting silence at sunset is a stark reminder of what's been lost, and the absence is felt by everyone, young and old. Spain's vibrant soul, its festivals, music and passion, is missing, replaced by uncertainty and longing for better days. This is only number 10 on our list. The crisis here is deep, but it's just one part of a much bigger picture. Let's move on to the next country and see how the story unfolds. The transformation across Europe is just getting started, and the changes are dramatic. Stay with us as we count down. Next up, Italy, where the impact is even more profound. Number 9 is Italy, and the emptiness here is staggering. Once bustling with life, these iconic places now stand in a haunting silence that's hard to describe. I'm at the Colosseum in Rome, usually packed with tourists and laughter, now echoing only with my footsteps. The vast arena feels even larger when it's empty, its ancient stones whispering stories of the past. The Trevi fountain is deserted, the water clearer than ever, and the usual crowds of visitors and vendors are gone. The sound of coins hitting the water is replaced by the gentle trickle of the fountain itself. Venice's canals are silent, the water undisturbed, gondoliers waiting for customers who never come. The city's famous romance feels paused in time. Marco, a gondolier, told us he's had just 2 customers in a month. He spends his days waiting, hoping for a change, his gondola gently rocking in the empty canal. The beauty of Italy remains, but it's a lonely beauty, one that feels almost frozen, as if the country is holding its breath. Businesses that thrived on tourism are closing, some after generations of family ownership. The loss is not just economic, but deeply personal for many. Milan's world-famous fashion stores and Tuscany's trattorias are struggling to survive, their doors closed and tables empty. St. Mark's Square in Venice is empty. Its usual crowds vanished, leaving only the sound of pigeons and distant church bells. The heart of Italy's communities is missing, replaced by uncertainty and a longing for the return of joyful gatherings. The country feels like it's holding its breath, waiting for visitors to return. Italy's lifeblood, tourism, has been drained, leaving a void that's felt everywhere. The ruins and art are still here, standing as silent witnesses, but the energy and excitement are gone. It's a stunning, silent museum, Italy's history on display, but without the crowds to appreciate it. The impact is everywhere, from the grandest cities to the quietest countryside villages. Even the rural roads feel abandoned. Italy's story is one of breathtaking beauty and profound loss. But there's hope that one day life and laughter will return. Let's see what's next. Number 8 is France, and Paris is almost unrecognizable. The city, usually alive with energy and movement, now feels like a dreamscape, silent and still. I'm under the Eiffel Tower, no lines, no crowds, just silence. The Iron Giant towers above, but the usual buzz of tourists and laughter is gone, replaced by a gentle breeze. The Champs-Élysées and luxury stores are open but empty. Window displays shine for no one, and the famous avenue feels strangely hollow, echoing with memories of busy days. The Arc de Triomphe is calm, the chaos gone. The traffic circle, once a whirlwind of cars and people, now sits in peaceful silence. At the Louvre, I stood alone with the Mona Lisa, no crowds, just quiet. The world's most famous painting, usually surrounded by flashes and chatter, now gazes back in solitude. The French Riviera's beaches and harbors are deserted, mega yachts docked and lifeless. The sparkling coastline, once a playground for the rich and famous, now feels frozen in time. From Bordeaux's vineyards to Provence's lavender fields, the story is the same. Visitors are gone. The air is filled with the scent of grapes and lavender, but there's no one to enjoy it. France's vibrant culture and romance have been replaced by stillness. Cafes and restaurants, once filled with conversation and music, now sit empty, chairs stacked and lights dimmed. The economic impact is massive and the atmosphere is eerie. Businesses that thrived on tourism now face uncertainty, their doors closed and futures unclear. The country's identity feels paused, waiting for life to return. Every corner seems to hold its breath, hoping for the day when laughter and footsteps fill the streets again. The beauty is still here, but it's a lonely kind of beauty. Parks and countryside paths offer peace, but also a sense of longing for connection. France's landmarks have never felt so empty. Even Mont Saint-Michel, usually bustling with visitors, stands alone against the tide. The silence is everywhere, from city streets to coastal towns. It's a quiet that seeps into every stone and alleyway, a reminder of what's been lost. The loss is deeply felt by everyone. Shop owners, artists and locals all share the same hope for brighter days ahead. France's story is one of quiet and longing. The sun sets over empty streets, casting golden light on a country waiting to come alive again. We're only at number 8. There's more to come. Next up, Greece, where another chapter of silence awaits. Number 7 is Greece, where the silence feels ancient. In Santorini, the famous white buildings and blue domes overlook empty streets. Restaurants with the best sunset views serve just one table, ours. Mykonos party scene is gone, clubs closed, alleys quiet, the island's energy has vanished, leaving a beautiful but hollow shell. Hotels, tavernas and rental shops are shuttered, the economy devastated. Even the Acropolis in Athens stands nearly empty, its history echoing in the silence. Greece's mythic beauty remains, but the crowds are gone. The impact is real for locals who depend on tourism. The country feels paused, waiting for belief and visitors to return. The consequences are everywhere. Number 6 is Portugal, and the Algarve's golden beaches are empty. Praia da Marinha, once bustling, now has only my footprints. In Lisbon, the famous tram and Alfama's streets are silent. Fado music, full of longing, fits the mood perfectly. Lisbon's squares and cafes are deserted. The Belém Tower stands alone. The Algarve's resorts and golf courses are shuttered. Fishermen struggle to sell their catch. Portugal's tourism boom has reversed, leaving uncertainty and loss. The warmth of the people remains, but the energy is gone. The transformation is stark and sobering. Portugal's beauty is unchanged, but its spirit is subdued. The economic fallout is everywhere. Let's keep moving. Number 5 is Croatia, and Dubrovnik's city walls are empty. The Stradun, usually packed, shines in the quiet. Cafes and shops are closed, the old town feels like a museum. On the Adriatic islands, harbours and beaches are silent. National parks like Plitvice lakes are empty, waterfalls echoing in the stillness. Croatia's rapid rise as a tourist hotspot has come to a halt. The loss of summer crowds is a heavy blow to the economy. The people are resilient, but the silence is overwhelming. King's Landing has fallen quiet and the emptiness is striking. The journey continues. Number 4 is Turkey, where Istanbul's Grand Bazaar is eerily quiet. Shops are shuttered, shopkeepers wait for customers who never come. Iconic sites like Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque are nearly empty. In Cappadocia, hot air balloons are grounded, cave hotels vacant. The collapse of tourism has hit millions across Turkey. The country's vibrant energy has faded to a whisper. The Grand Bazaar's silence is a cry for help. Turkey's crossroads of culture now feels paused. The impact is everywhere. Number 3 is Austria, where the Alps are silent. Ski resorts in Tyrol are empty, lifts motionless, hotels dark. Vienna's Schönbrunn Palace and gardens are nearly deserted. The State Opera and city centre are subdued, carriages waiting for fares. Hallstatt and Salzburg, once crowded, are now peaceful but lonely. Austria's hospitality is unmatched, but there's no one to host. The sound of music has faded, replaced by silence. The economic and cultural wound is deep. Austria's charm remains, but the audience is gone. The silence is everywhere. Number 2 is Germany, where even Neuschwanstein Castle is deserted. No lines, no crowds, just a private tour of a fairy tale. Berlin's Brandenburg Gate and East Side Gallery are quiet, the city's energy missing. Munich's beer halls and Oktoberfest grounds are empty. The Black Forest and river cruises are paused, shops silent. Germany's tourism investment sits idle, the infrastructure ready but unused. The emptiness is striking in a country known for order and efficiency. The stage is set, but the play is cancelled. Germany's beauty is unchanged, but the life is gone. The impact is everywhere. Number 1 is Switzerland, the most shockingly empty country in Europe. Interlaken is a ghost town, paragliders and tour buses gone. The train to Jungfrau-Joch is nearly empty, the glacier views deserted. Luxury shops in Geneva and Zurich have no customers, 5-star hotels are vacant. Ski resorts like St. Moritz and Zermatt are eerily quiet. The Matterhorn stands alone. Mountain guides and chocolatiers have lost nearly all their business. The entire luxury tourism ecosystem has collapsed. Switzerland's perfection makes the emptiness even more jarring. Trains run on time, streets are clean, but the life is missing. The country is pristine but profoundly lonely. The land of money and mountains is now the land of silence. Switzerland tops the list for the most dramatic tourism collapse. The stillness here is unforgettable. That's our journey. 10 beautiful, historic countries, all shockingly empty. From Spain's beaches to Switzerland's mountains, the tourism crash has changed Europe. Seeing these places without crowds was surreal and heartbreaking. Thanks for watching. Your support lets us share these stories. Comment below which country surprised you most. Don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening adventures. See you in the next video.